If it's written out and the piano part doesn't suck, Meg's in, it's good. But if the piano part sucks, which is usually the case, there's just too much stuff, and then trying to coach her to play less. And piano players aren't necessarily used to that. Hey, play less. See all that stuff on the page?
Ignore that.
Ignore that crap, okay? And just play these two little notes here and there. And whatever you do, you can leave the left hand out. Take a look at the band, and you turn around, there's 18, on some days, hell, there's 25 people sitting in our band. You don't need to cover parts. You don't need to fill in the harmony because it's all right here. Hey, we're back. The holidays are done, and even though this really isn't a job, they're starting to harass me about getting back in the studio. It's the cleanest place I ever go to. This is Gary Gillett, and this is Music in Missoula, and I said it right. It's been so long. Heck, it's probably been a month or so. And look, I've got some musicians here, and we're in Missoula, so far this is working pretty good. Today's little story will be about the Missoula Big Band. And I happened to kick the band off for years and years, and the fellow who should be here to explain this is off getting knee replacement right now. He plays baritone sax in our band, and for years he harassed me about starting a big band because he's in the Missoula City Band, and he also plays in the Missoula Community Band during the academic year, but he really just loves jazz. And he just kept harassing me. And then when I retired, he said, well, okay, no, you don't have that excuse anymore not to have a big band. I went, okay, but when are we going to do it? And we found out a good time to do it. So because there's only so many musicians in town that we didn't want to compete with any other band to be able to make it happen. So we found a little window of opportunity between seasons, between mid-November and mid-February, when most people are bright enough to stay the hell home. That's one of the reasons why many of us we take a long holiday break, kind of like we're college kids. We have slotted the Missoula Big Band in there, and we exist, and we have so dang much fun. And so Scott's going to come down on Monday and catch us in rehearsal, and we've got some members here. We're going to find out about them and their contributions to the big band, and then God knows where else we'll go. God knows. And since you're closest to me, buddy, how about a short bio from you?
Well, I'm Ron Wilcott. I play bass guitar. And I played bass guitar not for very long, really. I'm a choir director, retired musician. I grew up in Los Angeles. I moved to Bakersfield, California, lived at St. George, Utah, Aiken, South Carolina, and then got smart enough to come to Missoula. And I worked with Gary at Sentinel.
We were colleagues.
Yeah. So
what a nice deal that for us to go from that colleague relationship, the choir guy across the street, and just a wonderful colleague. All right. Besides being a choir guy, because there's a pretend ambivalence set up between specialties of music. Like that's how stupid we happen to be, or at least I am. And that choir guys don't like band guys and string folks. Good Lord. And piano, we all have this ridiculous crap that we jump through, and usually. But I've had a couple of good choir folks. This is my best buddy.
Well, thank you, Gary. Been fun working with you too.
Yeah.
But like you said, this is more fun. This jazz band is more fun than anything.
He's really a singer. He's got a doctoral level degree in voice or chorus.
Masters and bachelors in voice.
Except he went to that other school at Michigan. The other one. Hey, Meg, how about it?
Well, my name is Meg Carnegie. I'm a family practice physician here in town, and I am originally from Pittsburgh and moved here in 1996 after I finished my residency. And I play piano in the big band, and I started taking piano lessons when I was in second grade. And took all the way through high school, played a little bit in college, but mostly played flute in different groups in college and during my residency. And have known Gary for a long time through community band primarily, and am just tickled to be playing in the big band. It's something totally different than what I'm used to and my normal comfort level, and it is just so much fun to be with this amazing group of musicians.
What brought you out here from after your residency? What brought you to Missoula?
Well, the mountains. I wanted to deliver babies as part of my practice, and so it's a very, very different atmosphere here as a family practice doc delivering babies compared to Pennsylvania, where you had to go somewhere super rural to be able to do deliveries. So that was a big drive for me.
And Ron came up from, what brought you here?
We just moved to the area because we liked it. I was going to retire at age 50. That was pretty smart, with a second grader and a third grader. So then I decided to go back into teaching. I had been teaching university, and I went back and taught high school, and then I taught at Loyola High School.
That's right.
And I directed the community chorus. It's a mecca for people who like music.
Like music and especially like to sing. That's right. When the stock market crashed, I guess. That's when Ron became my colleague.
Absolutely.
Yeah, had to go back to work. But the idea of retiring at 50, that doesn't sound like a bad idea at all, buddy.
I figured I should retire when I'm 50 and then go back to work when I was 75. Which is a year from now. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah, but good idea, buddy. Hey, how about it, Ross?
Well, I'm Ross Tate. I'm from Minnesota. I moved to Missoula in 1988. I had gone back to college to become a physician assistant. And over the phone, speaking with Dr. Robbins, he played trombone. And I thought, there's music in Missoula. Praying that if I moved to Missoula, there'll be more than country and western. And a month later, I joined the Ed Norton Big Band for 23 years, and I thought, unbelievable, the music in Missoula. So I, like many people, started when I was in 5th grade, 10 years old, and I've been playing in big bands since 11 or 12. Drum and bugle corps, and to come and be here and play in our big band that we play in now, we've been doing this a long time. It's been absolutely great. And I know we have our slot that we play in the winter. But last summer, we played a rainy beginning of the outdoor season concert series. We did a rain concert, and it was the end of the season, in the middle of August.
Yeah.
That was so hot. The band was good, and it was so much fun. And that's what we are. Fun. There's so many people in the band that are good players that have so much fun. That's what I love.
What do you bring to the band?
What do I bring?
Yeah, what's your strength in the band? What or your interests?
Oh, what do you mean as far as being a trumpet player?
Yeah.
playing well and trying to bring quality of music that I have, that I can bring my best to the band. That's what I bring.
Okay.
And fun. I like to bring fun. I like to make people laugh.
Yeah, and he plays
You're good at that, Ross.
lead trumpet in our band. There's some of us cover a host of parts, but over the years we've kind of fallen into places, and it's all comfort level. Sometimes I'll suggest, but for the most part, folks self-select. Like Meg. Meg came to me and said, "Can I play piano in your big band? But I don't know how to play jazz. How's that gone for you?"
It depends on the night and the piece, but mostly it's good.
I've
It's
done
been a
it.
real learning process.
I did that forever in my public school teaching career. Was oftentimes there's kids like that study serious piano, classical piano, and then they want to play. We hear about them, or they play in our bands or our choirs, and we hear them play and go, "Hey, how'd you like to play piano in our jazz band?" And it's just night and day difference. If it's written out and the piano part doesn't suck, Meg's it's good. But if the piano part sucks, which is usually the case, there's just too much stuff, and then trying to coach her to play less. And piano players aren't necessarily used to that. Hey, play less. See all that stuff on the page?
Ignore that.
Ignore that crap, okay? And just play these two little notes here and there. And whatever you do, you can leave the left hand out. Take a look at the band, and you turn around, there's 18, well, on some days, hell, there's 25 people sitting in our band. You don't need to cover parts. You don't need to fill in the harmony, because it's all right here. What we need from you is a little Count Basie up here, just tweaking whenever we have to take a breath. And she's getting better and better at it, and getting more and more comfortable in that role, because it's different, man. Ron's really a singer. What do you bring to the band? How is it that you picked up bass? And was it just for us? No, you played bass before.
No, I played bass before that. I actually, in my last job in South Carolina, in Aiken, South Carolina, at the University of South Carolina, Aiken, I was the program chair. In fact, I was the complete full-time music faculty.
You were the music
I
department?
was the music department.
Oh, my.
But I had
Nice.
eight wonderful adjuncts.
Okay.
And one of those adjuncts was Bill Clark, the former commander of the U.S. Army Field Band.
Who
and
probably
who
retired
loved
there?
jazz and, and started a big band within the community. And the bass player was kind of not so with it as far as dates and times and things. He'd back out on things all the time. So I was the sub. I never got to see the book until the gig.
Oh!
And I'm sight reading in the gig, learning the bass as I go.
And you'd rather not do that.
I'd rather see the book ahead of time.
We have that discussion frequently. Because I'm all about, especially now, in my retirement, that I try to wing it as much as I can. If I could just go do gigs and not do any rehearsals,
Yep.
that's what I do.
Sure.
That's what I
sure
do.
would.
And it's not necessarily right, because there's all kinds of shortcuts and endings and things left unsaid. And I'm to that point in my life that that's okay, but not everybody is. So I'll do enough rehearsal to go, okay, everyone comfy with that now? Well, if you're not comfy, we'll drop that piece, but let's not rehearse more. Jesus, no. Let's go out there and do it. Yeah, and that's totally opposite than what I had to do as a teacher. You know, we had the grindstone. We had to take care of all the, and now it's like, hey, expectations are a little bit easier to come by, I think, and our audience are older than we are. All right, so we play.
Mostly.
mostly, yeah, mostly. And Meg doesn't want to put herself in our age bracket here. Meg is still working.
Well, she's decades younger than we are.
She's younger than we are, but so
gray hair.
we rehearsed for. I'm trying to think. Maybe it's 5 times this season. We finally got back in.
Right.
So during the COVID, we had difficulty. We couldn't get in to rehearse. that didn't stop us from playing. That we continue to
So
play,
you
but
get
we'd be
outside.
outside. Then we did all kinds of gigs outside. We'd come with masks and then take them off, and then stand far away from each other. And then we even got out to the senior residences, some, and played outside. We'd do anything to continue to play. But now, since we could get back in, thank you to Hellgate High School, Missoula County Public Schools, Jesse Docknall for jumping through the hoops and letting us come back inside, because it really is advantageous to be able to rehearse. And so I think we've rehearsed 5 times this time around.
I think so.
I think that was it. Waiting for the community band to finish their concert in mid-November, and then try to stop before the community band starts up again. But the calendar doesn't work so well. So we're going to stop rehearsal before the community band starts up, but we're going to overlap a little bit,
Keep
which just
playing.
means that we'll be busier than normal, though most all of us also play in the community band. So we rehearse, and then we go out and play all the senior joints in town. So my joke is that old people play for old people, and our audience is just so grateful for us to be able to come. And we haven't been inside in these venues since before COVID. So they're just hungry. I was gonna say dying for us to be there. I got to stop myself from that. I said it anyway. That's okay. Scotty can edit that out.
And they love us. I mean, they start toe tapping to the music of their era. And it's so fun to watch when
The
some
difference
people even get up and
between when they walk in and when they walk out.
Oh,
It's huge.
yeah. And your favorite part what's your favorite part of playing in the band?
asking other trumpet players to play solos. I love encouraging because, playing lead trumpet, I get to play lead, I get to play solos, but I love when everybody else gets to play a solo. It's just like, that's so much, for me, personally, that's a lot of fun.
And that is so antithetical to first chair trumpet players. All right? First chair trumpet players take all the solos and they gloat on them and they hold them like Gollum. It's my little solo. It's my little. No, you can't have it. No, it's mine. And Ross is exactly the opposite, and he shares that wealth. And it's so much fun to watch solos go around, and then people to liven up for him. And we're like a bunch of cheerleaders as well. So even if something sucks, we'll all be very positive about it.
But we don't suck.
No.
Those are instructions from our leader. Don't suck.
Regularly.
That's it. Just before the gig, I'll usually stop and have a quiet minute, like a pep talk with the band.
Talk.
A pep talk, like coaches would have. I'll look right at them and go, "Now don't suck." All right. If you're not sure, you can just leave it out, or pass it down the line. There we go.
Fun to do. Totally fun.
That's
to
your
do.
favorite part. God bless you, buddy.
Oh, it is, when you're playing in a jazz band and everybody gets a chance to play a solo and then play a solo, and the more you play a solo, the better you get at it, like anything else.
Yeah.
We have a great ensemble sound. I love our rhythm section, all 3 horn sections. We have plenty of them. And it's just fun when the balance is good and you can feel it. And then when you see people shucking and jiving and they're toe tapping, maybe they're going to even get up and dance. It's like, wow, you see them get a little bit moist in the eyes because it brings back memories. Music, how powerful is that?
Yeah.
It's so passionate when that happens and you see that. It's like the magic of music comes alive. So for me, those are hot parts when
That's
the
so
band
cool.
is dancing. The band is on a groove. It's like, yeah.
And we
I love it.
suck those people in with us,
Yeah,
and they can't help themselves.
yeah.
I have a story about that,
Oh,
if I
please.
may.
Please.
Well, this was our first year that the band was together, and we were playing a gig at Riverside Nursing Home. And so we were just figuring everything out, learning each other and how we play and all that kind of stuff. And we had this performance. And there was a gentleman who came up to me after we were done, and he said that his mother is a resident at the nursing home. He has been going there for years and years and years after year, visiting his mom regularly. And he said, there's this one person over here I have never seen her smile. I've been coming here for over a decade, and I have never, ever, not once seen her smile. And he said, I was watching her while you guys were playing.
Oh.
And she just had the biggest smile on her face, and he was just like, he was in tears telling me this story. And it just, like Ross said, it just, to be able to have that effect on older people, to like just, even if they can't remember details of when they were younger, to bring back that emotion from the music that they're hearing that reminds them of younger years, and like that just, it's wonderful, and it makes it all worthwhile.
Hot dang. Isn't that sweet? Scotty, are you wiping? Yeah, he's wiping a tear away. What's your favorite part, buddy?
My favorite part? The camaraderie within the band. It's just fun. Just plain fun. Bunch of jokers.
That's right.
But when it comes down to playing, they get serious.
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't want to suck, but we want to, if it's not fun, it's not worth it.
Not worth it.
But it's more fun, the better we are.
Yes.
And we have,
Yeah,
how long have we been doing it? When did we start?
Like 6
Oh, so I've been retired 6 years, I think.
Yeah,
So
like
probably 6 years, huh?
Let's see, the first time I came, we were practicing at the church. Billy Couch was in the band, Peanut was in the band, and it was it could have been your church.
I think it was
No,
UCC.
Yeah.
It was
I wasn't
a long
there,
time ago.
right?
Oh, that's right. We had
Yeah,
a
rehearsals.
Yeah, we had
You had
some.
to miss one time.
Yeah, I was
Senior
off
Center.
doing state
We
music
rehearsed at the
festival.
Senior Center
Is that right?
for a while.
Yeah,
Okay. And now we play, I bet you Scott, I sent Scott all the dates, so we don't necessarily have a public gig this time. Hopefully, we will
Summer program.
sometime, that we can get into the senior center. They're still a little reluctant, and that's got the best dance floor in the valley for old folks. And that's always an open public gig. But have you ever been turned away from walking into a senior center? All you gotta do is say, hey, I'm here shopping for when I get old. Because we're playing 6 or 7 different gigs, and they're just glad to have anyone walk in. So this weekend, we're in Hamilton at Sapphire next weekend.
in a week, right.
Sapphire Lutheran Homes, and there's actually a dance floor there, so there'll be suckers getting up and dancing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we always play at the old Eagles place, the Manor, Missoula Manor, which is still sponsored by and run by the Eagles. It was originally an Eagles retirement home, so you were a good upstanding member, you could just transfer right over and live in the Manor. And then we play Clark Fork
Riverside.
Clark Fork Riverside, that's it. And we played and then our final gig of the year is out at
The spring.
the Springs, that's it. Out at the Springs, and we're playing on Valentine's
We
Day.
also do Grizzly Peak in there. So.
And then Grizzly Peak in there, then one other one at least. But he'll pop them up on the screen. Can you do that, buddy?
All right.
Yeah,
There we go.
baby.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And how about something that we haven't covered?
How about,
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
looking
no,
at the
no,
schedule.
about
I'm
other
thinking-
gigs?
I want that summer. Let's do that summer one. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
such a
yeah.
turnout.
He loves the summertime, and
That was
and
a
during the
great-
Corona, we even
Oh, my God.
we had some gigs at state parks that were memorable, all outside stuff, and
Oh, right.
it was so much fun.
Right,
Yeah, the Placid
Right.
Lake one.
Yeah.
Was
Right.
really great.
so,
Hey, something I didn't cover, something that comes
The
comes to
director,
mind.
the director, he's, kind of unique.
Character, I would say.
It was character for sure.
We've been waiting for him to pull up trombone and lead us, like Glenn Miller,
Yeah.
right from the pulpit.
I'm not a good enough player. It's a joy, and the further I got along in my career as a teacher, to have more fun and to do less demanding and more encouraging. To try to find a way to get better music making by encouraging folks to do better and to be more positive. That I save all that negativity for my family, my poor brothers, and my fat sister. Oh, I better not send a link to her. Okay, I'm just joking. It's so much fun, and if it felt like a job, I wouldn't do it. And after 40 years of teaching, it almost felt like a job. That's why I thought I should retire. Like if I go to one more basketball game, I'm going to kill somebody. So it was good to retire from public school teaching, but doing this stuff it's not work. And oftentimes we have meetings that come afterwards, and we do review, and what do military organizations call it after
Debriefing.
Debriefing.
Thank
We have
you.
debriefings, and maybe you'll be over a beer even, possibly sometime.
Perhaps.
Maybe perhaps. It's so much fun. Anything that comes to mind that we haven't covered?
Well, we didn't specifically mention that we have a singer in the
Yes.
group, and so that adds so much to, and Ron sings sometimes too.
And that drummer wants to sing.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Really?
And so, yeah, that adds so
Great.
much to the flavor of the group. And I guess, we have played like fundraisers and birthday parties and stuff like that. Like, we'll just play anytime we get an opportunity
That's
to.
right. Oh,
so-
we played the gig out at KOA for
The motorcycle.
motorcycle club, but it wasn't Hell's Angels. It was
Right.
old people.
Right.
So, Honda 750 folks,
Right.
they with training wheels, big Hondas with training wheels on it. What we don't do is we don't do gigs for money. That there's a band in town, Ed Norton Big Band, which I play in that one as well, and that's your go-to band for corporates and weddings and things like that. So I'm careful to have there be a difference between that, and we're for fun and not money. Though we'll get donations this time. They'll pay for the new books I bought at Walmart.
Yeah.
And all the copying that goes on, because much of the music that we use is public domain, which means it's out there and it's free and clear to copy. And my friends at Missoula Copy Shop let us all do it, and some people even put it on their freaking pads and do it electronically. But we go through a lot of copying, and it's all legal and legit. And Candy Johnson sings with us. There's a bunch of us that are retired music teachers that we just have fun making music together, and it's a whole lot more fun making music with friends than by ourselves, because by ourselves we know we suck. That's why we stopped recording, But you put even a duet, even that trumpet quartet doesn't suck, but individually, it's like I don't know.
Right.
Playing in an ensemble is affirming.
Oh, it's a team effort.
It
What
is.
fun. How can you beat it?
Well,
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys, and it was a last-second call to come down to share some time, and then you'll hear some snippets in between of us rehearsing, and then maybe we'll see you at one of our gigs. And we always play. I've got it booked already. So the first gig of the Missoula City Band's summer concert series will be us, the Missoula Big Band, a preseason special. I know that one for sure. I've already got it.
Great.
I've already written it down.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Because whatever the special gig last year that got in the way, the Iron Riders thing, we had a special national
right,
thing
right.
last year that
Yep.
kind of got in the way. But it'll be us this year, and then when it comes summertime, I'd like to have a little time off. And he fishes. He's always booking me for gigs, pushing me, but it's good. Otherwise, I'd just be on the couch.
Somebody's got to fish.
That's right. That's right. All right. Hey, I think that we could stay here all day, but I guess we should go. Maybe it's still snowing outside. And it's such a beautiful view from here when we throw those curtains back. I'm
Yep.
hoping for some snow. We'll be back some other time, I bet, unless Scott gets tired of this. Otherwise, this has been the Missoula Big Band and Music in Missoula. It's Gary Gillett, and hey, go outside and ski or something like that, or fall down. Take care.